Attention marketers and entrepreneurs, this is Valuetising, the place where we talk about scaling brands worth promoting. If you're a mission-driven entrepreneur obsessed with creating, scaling, and exiting multi-million-dollar brands, this is for you. My name is Santiago Phoenix and I am a business growth consultant, online marketer, and investor. I have helped more than 107 and 8-figure founders increase profits, claim their time back, and transform the world. Now it's your turn. Welcome to the show. Hello and welcome to Valuetising. My guest today is Simona Boldrini, a sales leader, coach, and CEO who specializes in helping coaches and consultants with the X Factor scaling. Simona has earned several awards for her closing skills, and she is always generous when sharing the golden nuggets that she is learning along the way. Simona, welcome to the show.
Hello, Santiago, and thanks a lot for inviting me here.
Yes, I've been wanting to speak with you for a while because I met you on Dan Locke's community, and you were always a person who were leading from the front and crushing these goals. And I really admire how you transform yourself going from, well, you can tell later, but just changing careers and just crushing your new identity. So first I wanted to here, what is the X Factor scaling? What do you refer with that about?
Well, that's a very interesting question, Santiago. Thanks for asking, and thanks, by the way, for the very kind words. So basically, what I found is that it's quite easy to take your business to like 70 or even 100K per year. But to get to the, like, let's say 300, 500K, that requires a whole other new skill set. So what I found is that I'm super effective in helping this population of solopreneurs that don't have their team yet, that they need to find people to collaborate with, and then they still need to optimize their offer, optimize their marketing, and optimize their sales. I'm super effective with that. And by X Factor, I mean like people that want more, people that want that extra edge, because like 70 to, let's say, 150K per year, it's quite a comfortable position. In many countries, included my country, I'm from Italy, you can live like a quite comfortable life, but so it's easy, like to settle in that zone. Yeah. But indeed, when you have the X Factor, you want more in some ways, and that's the people I want to speak to.
And normally, what are they struggling with when they come to you?
Well, normally when they come to me, they are pretty good in what they are doing. They are very good experts, but they want to improve in the entrepreneurial mindset. So like improve their marketing, improve their sales. So for example, their offer is not yet optimized, or they are tapped from time perspective. So basically they have their agenda filled with one-to-one appointments and so on. So basically I support them in scaling without like increasing their time, and choosing the right collaborators to save time from their perspective. So
so it's more than sales.
Sorry?
So it's more than sales.
It's sales in the first place, because when you have, when you are in the range of 70 to 150K, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources to hire someone. So the first step would be sales, and basically would be get to the 250, 300K per year, which you can easily do by, like having certain such strategic choices. And that will put you in a position to hire maybe a first assistant or a first appointment setter, and so delegate part of your work. And Yeah, so that's the point, like one can stagnate in that position for a very, very long time. However, with very few strategic choice, the growth could be much faster.
So it sounds like they are making money, but not enough in order to hire a team.
Exactly.
So how do they get out of that? Because it's like it's a hard position.
Yes, it's a hard position. The how, of course, I teach that into my coaching, but I will give you a very, very quick example of what I do in my coaching with my coaching client, and it is so basically if you are a coach or consultant, you are afraid to raise your prices, okay, and that's a very understandable position because you have been selling to your clients a lot in this way. Now you have a solid experience, you have maybe a course or a service that you give. The problem that I found in many solopreneurs is that they make just one offer. Okay, so they offer one thing, but when you offer, like when you make an offer in tires, let's pretend you are a coach and you sell your coaching program at 3K.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go on a closing call and you make your offer, it's 3K, and the people can say to you yes or no. Okay, but when you modify your offer and you say, okay, you have 10K package, you have 5K package, you have 3K package, okay? So when you have this kind of approach, the client on the other side will have a choice to make, okay? So it's much less inclined to say yes or no. And it's the client on the other side, the prospect on the other side is starting to think, okay, which one do I want? Okay. And so this is a very simple strategy.
Yes.
Not to increase your price, but to to basically increase the size of your contract without actually increase your price. Problem with most coaches and consultants, they just stop in the first tire they offer and just say, okay, my service is 3K. How do you want to proceed? Okay, so, and that's like leads to slavery because it's always yes or no, and you're struggling with follow-ups and so on. While if you give them choice, a wide range of choice, then you will notice that you can easily double your revenues by adding this strategy in the front end. And this has worked for many of my clients.
Mm-hmm.
Simply modify the front end offer, so how you present on the sales call your offer, and that has increased the revenues. So just with this that I give you to the listener to the podcast, do it and you will see that you can easily double your revenue.
Yes,
And
more choices leads to more sales.
yeah, exactly, more freedom for you.
Okay, and interesting. I saw some things that I really like about your approach. For example, one quote that you use is most people use relationships to get the deal, but what they fail to realize is that the relationship is the deal. So this is a quote from Bill Gibson. What does it mean and why is it important for you?
Yes, indeed. So the relationship is the deal, and that means that it's not just linked to a transaction. So sometimes the prospect is not ready to buy immediately. However, we can continue the relationship with marketing, with social medias, but also with follow-ups. I am super well. I mean, I'm quite good with follow-ups. Okay, if someone doesn't buy immediately, so I normally remind them of the reason why they initially reached out to me. So I'm very convinced that that's the key to make the first transaction and all the transaction after that. So the relationship that you can build with your client, and that's the second strategy that I always use with my clients. So I'm giving you a lot of bonuses.
Yeah.
Okay? Is actually to sell more to your actual clients. So what most what most coaches and consultants fail to do is that they are always looking for new clients while they can offer more services to the actual clients. So they often lacks follow-ups, or they often lacks like a sort of ascension program. Okay, so you enter with this project, but then step 2 would be this, step 3 would be this. And in that way, you could increase the customer lifetime value of your client. Could be lifetime value, but could be even 6 months time. Okay, so so this is also another strategy that very quickly it's super effective and very quickly can give I mean, clients that are in this stage can give very fast results. Yes.
So it's not like huge, like I need to change my entire business. It sounds like some few things really increase revenue a lot.
No. And let's say my work would be like looking at your business from the outside and give you literally these 2 strategies, and in 8 sessions, like you have doubled your revenue, your monthly revenue, because if you do this right, it will pay you off. No matter what is your offer, no matter what is your business, if you are a solopreneur that you are offering your services, you do this strategy and you will double at least. I've had clients that tripled.
Interesting. And what made you like realize that this was your zone of genius? I know you have worked in several industries, including tech, fintech, blockchain. Yeah, what drew you to working with coaches, experts, consultants?
Because probably I am helping myself. So I am a coach myself, and I am quite good with this. Now it's more than 3 years that I am in the coaching space. I've done tons of coaching sessions, and I found out that basically when you have an entrepreneur in the 6-figure business, with a 6-figure business, they have other challenges, because the main challenge is basically recruiting the right collaborator, building processes, building automation. So, and when you coach this kind of entrepreneur, that sometimes the changes are not so immediate, because they have to transfer this to their team, and it's not always that immediate transfer. But when you are coaching a solopreneur, you coach them, and if they do this, there is no way they will fail. Okay, so because they implement immediately. So that's why when I realized this is my zone of genius, because I don't have control on all the variables that could happen into a 7-figure business. Okay, because if your sales team doesn't implement immediately,
Right.
like doing a presentation with 3 offers, 3 tiers of offer, then it's different. But when you have someone that is a solopreneur and you say this, okay, then you ask, okay, let me see a recording of your of your sales call, and you say, okay, you're not doing that, we have a problem here. Okay, and then you give them some more coaching. But the solopreneur is much more in control, and it's super easy to scale their business.
Would you like a custom plan to scale your business? If you want to increase profits without adding more complexity to your life, go to myplantoscale.com and get our free scaling guide right now. It will help you get clear on your business and life goals, ensure your business is optimized for growth, and simplify your schedule so you can focus on what truly matters.
I have like a motto that is, first, I would like to give you results. Then I would like you to work with you on your blocks, okay, on your resistance and so on. So if for 8 sessions, 3 months, you're not ready to do this, then we are not working together. Okay. If the resistance is so high, it could happen that on a coaching call, I'll say, okay, take the phone, call the client. So I do that on the coaching call. Okay, if the resistance is so high that on the coaching call, they are not taking the phone, and say, okay, then I will call them, but then I take 30% of your sales. Okay. So I'm quite strict with that.
Yes.
Okay. My approach is more like boom, like
Let's do it.
yes, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. It's very direct. Because what I found is that lack of money and lack of revenue cause a lot of stress in a person. Okay, so let's fix first the cash problems. Okay, when the cash problems are fixed, then it's much more easier to work on other blocks, limitations, resistance. Okay, because you don't have that much stress because of the lack of cash.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know you also have your own story of having like that identity shift, and that is not always easy.
Yeah, exactly. But the identity shift could be immediate. Okay, I don't have the skills to facilitate an immediate identity shift. However, the skill shift sometimes is faster than an identity shift. Okay. So my approach is, let's work on your skills first, since the identity shift requires a little bit more time. When you work on your skills and then you have results, then the identity shift, it's faster.
Yes, that makes sense, because you have results that are reinforcing this new identity.
Exactly.
And it's not always easy to change the mindset first, then the action. Sometimes it's better to just change the action and then, right?
Exactly. There is someone that says, confidence comes from competence. Okay, so let's work on skills first. Let's get some results first, and then you will have more confidence. You will be much more ready to work on your mindset and on your blocks.
Right. And in your case, what made you get into sales? I know previously you were a physiotherapist.
Yes. I'm a physical therapist of profession, physiotherapy. Physiotherapist. I used to work with the elderly, and I was facing every day how I didn't want to end my life. So alone, with not enough money, with not enough care. So that really confronted me, and I decided that I need to make a change. So that's why I decided to get into sales, because you are much more in control of your income with that.
Yeah. So it was about controlling your own destiny.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly.
All right. So I guess the last thing would be, if people want to work with you, where can they find out, and what's the process?
Yeah, basically they can just reach out to me via LinkedIn, and we will have get to know each other call, and let's see what can arise from this conversation. So I'm super open to help, connection of a friend, which I consider you to be, Santiago. So I'm super happy to connect with you if you're listening to this podcast.
I love that. Get to know each other call. It's no pressure. It's just, let's build a relationship.
Exactly.
If you enjoyed the show, hit the share button and send it over to one fellow marketer or entrepreneur. We work hard to make sure they'll thank you for it. Also, to get featured on the show, go to valuetising.com and apply to become our next guest. Until next time, keep valuetizing.